Well, I reckon it's time to head back to the hills of Tennessee. I've been out here 2.5 weeks. We got 4 cars, well, 3.5. Anyway, that old Cadillac, she needs some work yet. You'll probably see it next time I come out here. We'll get that thing actually roadworthy once again. I've had a lot of fun working on these old cars. It's been nice spending time with family. I spent my birthday out here. It was yesterday, May 2nd. But it's time to head back. I think we're gonna make it another 2-day trip. And we're gonna see sights. Hopefully, if this little feller behind me don't act up. You never know about it. Hopefully I got all the bugs worked out though. So I reckon let's jump in the old truck, hit the road. Well, here's the deal, fellas. I just took off. I've been on the road 10 or 15 minutes. I stopped at a four-way stop back there. Google Maps is sending me a completely different way than I came here. Imagine that. Google Maps is on drugs. Anyways, taking off from that four-way stop, let me spit and sputtering like it was out of gas. Well, I've been driving, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles now, and it seems okay, but I am sitting on about 1/8 of a tank, and ever since I fixed that fuel gauge, I have not tested this truck to see how low I can go on fuel. I do have a gas can in the back with 3 or 4 gallons, so I'll probably be okay, but it is about 15 miles to the next gas station. Yeah, I'm liable to run out of gas. I'll let y'all know when I get there. Well, she started spitting and sputtering again, and it's pinging. I thought it was earlier. I couldn't really tell. It's definitely pinging now. About the only thing, here it is right here doing it. Yep, she's about to die on me. If I give it any gas, it pings. Well, it's dead. Yeah. Let me pull over and put that gas in it and see if that don't help us out. Well, I just put, it's about 3 gallons what I had in that can in it. It's fired up. It seems to be doing okay. I'm watching the gas hand come up. That went to a little over 1/4 of a tank. If I can't run this thing down no further than 1/8 of a tank, then we ain't getting much capacity out of that gas tank. It's a 16, 18 gallon tank. I've run it down to 1/8 out here before, and then that ain't what it is, fellas. I got some issues going on. Yep. She won't run. Let me pull over somewhere and see if I can figure out what's going on. Well, it'll sort of fire up. It won't idle, I can't give it no gas. That's a fuel delivery problem. I don't know if the fuel pump is gone or if the regulator is acting up. Tell you what, let me adjust on that regulator. I don't think that's what it is though, because the lowest it'll go is 3 or 4 pounds, and that should be plenty to run this truck. So I'm sort of thinking maybe our fuel pump has quit on us. Well, here's what I'm gonna do to test my theory of a fuel delivery problem and not a carb issue. I'm gonna fill this carb full. If it starts and runs, then it's fuel delivery. If it still don't start and run, then it's a carb issue. And that'll help us narrow it down anyways. All right, let's see what it does. Will it start and run? Yep. Let me get out here real quick and see where my fuel pressure is. Fuel pressure is 0. Fuel pump went bad. Awesome, great start to this trip home. Fellas, you can't help but laugh. There ain't nothing I can do about it. My sister, there's 2 back where I just come from, Goldsboro. I've been driving, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. My sister's gonna go pick, well, it's 2 different ones to make sure we get one that'll work. Pick that up, but the store closes in 15 minutes, so she's got to hurry up and get there. I just can't help but laugh because, well, I get to thinking about roadkill and that Rotson, that little 280Z they got, and they always say it's the car that never fails to fail. Here's my Rotson right here. Yeah. Anyways, hopefully they'll get me my fuel pump pretty quick when we get back on the road. Got the fuel pump out, sitting there waiting on the new one to arrive. And if y'all will recall, a week or so before I headed out this way, the fuel pump that was on it, it was year and a half old, you know, it quit. Went and got a replacement. How long did it last? Just a little piece. It quit. I got a replacement for that one because, you know, stuff internally had broke free. I could just push that lever down with one finger. Well, same exact thing. Watch this right here. One finger. Oh, yeah. And you can look down in there, too, and see it's just sliding up and down on that shaft. It ain't doing nothing. It's a pile of junk. I think I'm done with O'Reilly's fuel pumps. Oh, yeah. We may try AutoZone or something like that. Anyway, as soon as I get here, we'll put it back on and hopefully get on down the road to Tennessee. Here's the deal, fellers. I don't expect a lot of people to stop and see if I need help. It's a crazy world, yeah. I don't expect that. I have had 4 people stop, though. But the least you can do if you're coming by somebody sitting on the side of the road, ease up on the gas. You know, they are flying by me. You got an idiot right there revving his motor at me, stupid motorcycle. But they're just, I mean, just flying through here. Rocking the truck, they're going so fast when they pass me while I'm working on it. All you gotta do is ease up on the gas pedal, fellas. Well, my sister, who don't want to be on camera, brought me not 1, but 2 fuel pumps. Well, here's one of the new ones. They are swapped. Let me get the old one. The lines are swapped. Hose here, hose here. That's no major deal. The threads were the same. That's no major deal. I made it work. The line, the metal line, I had to do some bending on it. I kinked it a little bit. I think it'll be okay. But here's an issue. When I was putting the bolts back in, this over here stripped out. And I didn't get, you know, hard on it. I just barely run it in and she stripped out. So I'm expecting sometime during the trip for the fuel pump just to fall off the motor. Yep. Anyways, I'm fixing to fire it up. I gotta set the fuel pressure because I messed with that. And then I reckon I'll be on my way. Well, she's running. I got about 4 PSI on the fuel pressure. Let's hit the road, head home. Well, I made it about 5 miles to Kinley. I'm at the O'Reilly's parking lot. Well, I stopped and got gas right over there. Popped the hood just to make sure we wasn't leaking. And the outlet on the fuel pump, it's got a steady drip. Yep, got to fix that. Whilst I'm here, might as well get a belt because that is tight. Yep, that is tight. I'm not getting O'Reilly brand. I may be done with O'Reilly's, period. Yeah, they seem to sell junk parts. Anyway, let me see if I can fix this leak and get us a different belt on it. And I will be getting an extra alternator belt too. Well, as you might see right in the middle of your screen, there's a drip, 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 drip. Yep, I can't get it to stop. Ain't got a clue. I guess I'll I'll put my spare pump on and see what happens with it. Well, I did a little work on it. I don't even remember what I told y'all a minute ago, fellas. I'm so deadly mad and frustrated. But here's what I did. Well, firstly, let me show you down here. See him? See that fuel in the middle of the screen just to pour it? Yep. I thought it might be my line because I had to bend it. I thought I might have split it or broke it or something. No. I replaced it with a fitting and a hose. It's leaking worse now. So it's the actual fitting going into the fuel pump. Garbage. Everything you buy is garbage, fellas. That's the way the world is now. Let me put my backup on. Fingers crossed that it's going to work. Only me, fellas. Only MLS would allow this to happen. I'm parked right next to this storm drain grate, whatever you want to call it. See down in there, my wrench that I need? Yep. Good thing I brought my magnet with me. I hope it's long enough. And of course it ain't. Let me see what I can do. How about getting me a new 9/16 wrench and maybe I can get the second fuel pump for the day on. Well, I got my backup pump installed and just fired it up. I don't see any leaks, so that's awesome. I don't know what I'm gonna do if this pump goes out. I might buy one here at Riley's. They probably don't have one, but if they do, I'm gonna buy one, throw it in the back just in case. But here's another issue. My fuel pressure's been dropping to 0. Well, it's on 5 now, but it's been dropping to 0 just as soon as I turn it off. That tells me that carb ain't holding, and I'm having to hold it on the floor to start it. So I guess this carb gonna do the same thing. Yep. Anyway, let's see if we can't remedy this stretched belt situation. I'm not gonna buy an O'Reilly belt ever again. I'm not buying an O'Reilly fuel pump, but these 2 fuel pumps came from Advantage Auto Parts. It's sort of a semi-local out there at Goldsboro. It's not Advanced, but it's Advantage Auto Parts. Apparently they sell junk. Everything is junk nowadays, fellas. I promise you it is. Anyways, let me see if I can find a belt for this, get a backup alternator belt. Maybe we can get on the road. I don't know. Well, I think I'm ready for the road. I ain't real sure though. I checked again, I ain't got no leaks on the fuel pump. By the way, that fella there in the black shirt named Jeremy, riding down the road, and he recognized the truck. He thought he stopped and say, hey, this truck gets a lot of attention. Anyways, I don't think I got any more leaks on the fuel pump. I got a new power steering belt, and I got an alternator belt that is loose, I just realized. So I gotta get my tools back out and tighten that up. I'm just, fellas, I don't know that I'm gonna make it home. I really don't. I lowered the fuel pressure to 3 psi. Seems to be running okay. I bought an electric fuel pump just in case this brand spanking new pump tears up too. I left 3.5 hours ago and I've made it 30 miles. Yep. I had plans on stopping a couple places today, but I don't know that I can. Let me get on the road. We might stop at one. Coming through Clayton, North Carolina, and we're running a little warm compared to what we normally do. We normally do about a 190. That's a wee bit over boiling point now. It's like 81 outside, not hot, but the hottest we've ever drove this truck and this radiator and fans in. So I'm starting to wonder if they're not adequate enough. No, sir. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, maybe to cool off here in a little while. I have picked up some ping under acceleration, lower RPM. I thought I was just hearing things, but with the temperature being like that, yeah, we're liable to be pinging. I'll just keep an eye on it. Coming through the outskirts of Raleigh, and she's running a wee bit warm. Well, it's doesn't cool down now, but it was running probably 220 or so, and the rattle and ping has picked up quite a bit. I'll keep an eye on it, but we may have to pull over, let her cool off. And then I may have to run some higher octane fuel in. I've been running 87 ever since I built the motor. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. I may have to run some 91 or whatever in it. But let's keep on trucking for now. Well, she just quit on me, fellas, and I bet you money she won't start back. What do you want to bet? Yeah, she did. Okay. I don't know why I did that, but I mean, I'm not surprised. I really ain't. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to do a lot of nighttime driving when it cools off, because I don't don't really like it running warm like it is. I think I'm just outside of Raleigh, and well, I stopped here at this gas station to get some gas. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But according to Google, we've been 46 miles in 5.5 hours. Sure have. I spent an hour, or at least, waiting on the side of the road when the first fuel pump quit. And then I was in Kenley at that O'Reilly's for 2 hours, trying to get the second fuel pump to work, and then trying to get belts, extra belts and whatnot. But yeah, 46 miles in 5.5 hours. That's a real good time. Yep. Is that even 10 miles an hour? No, it ain't even 10 miles an hour. Anyway, I stopped here, got 5.6 gallons of fuel, and we're getting about 8.25 miles a gallon. Yep. A whole lot worse than the Holly. I don't understand that. And it's wanting to cut off at every red light now going through Raleigh. Don't know about that either. But it fires right up. It's not flooding. So, I don't know. As long as it runs, and if it dies, it keeps starting back up, I'm just going to keep trucking. I ain't going to fool with it. And like I said, it is running hot. I'm sitting here right now letting the fans cool, or letting the fans run and cool it down maybe a little bit. But I put 93 octane. I've been running 87 ever since I built the motor, and it was doing fine. But I put 93 in it now because I'm hearing some rattle and ping. It started when I put that Edelbrock carb on it, and I thought maybe it's running a little leaner, but according to the miles per gallon, no, it's running richer. I don't know what's going on. But I put 93 in it, half a tank, so we'll see if the rattle goes away. Hopefully it does. 93 is expensive gas, by the way. But if you get me home, I don't care. I just want to get home, fellas. I was planning on stopping at, I think it was called Shocktown Falls, but that's 2.5 hours away. They'll be closed by the time I get there. I think that's what Google just told me, actually. They'll be closed before you get there. That's good. So I guess I'm just going to keep driving, fellas, till I get tired, find a hotel room, spend the night, get up and do it again in the morning. Just grabbed my phone, fixing to tell y'all we were doing 65 miles an hour. Something let go. I bet you money it's another rocker arm. Yep. If I had to guess, let's get out and look. Well, there's nothing hanging free on the front of the motor. That belt's still tight too. So I'll bet you 1,000 dineros when I pull one of these valve covers, there'll be a broken rocker stud. Yep. Let me get my tools out. And just as I suspected, there's your broken rocker stud. There's your rocker laying all cockeyed. Yep. This is the result of turning 3,000 RPM for hours at a time on a 600 lift cam. It's the choice I made, fellas. I gotta live with the consequences. Let me get this fixed. Well, I broke the camera out. I figured I might as well get some pretty decent footage out of this. There's a broken stud. Yep. I got my new one. I got Loctite, but this one had pipe dope on it. So I think I'm gonna go back with some RT&V instead of Loctite, because I don't want it, you know, leaking water and oil and all that. I got enough issues as it is. I don't need that too. I think these need to be about 45 feet-pounds. That's the wrong socket. So let me get the right socket and I'll torque it down. All right, I got the right socket now. 45 feet-pounds is about right. clicker. Yep, that was good to me. My rocker arm was like 964 degrees a minute ago. It's cool. Ooh, no, it ain't cooled off either. Golly, Pete, that's hot. Let me get it on there real quick, like, before I get third degree burns. Golly, Pete, son of a gun, that's hot. Woo, yeah. Well, wait a minute. Yep. Let me grab a hold of it with my rag here. Yeah, these do have a certain way they go too. It's got a little, I don't know what you'd call that, cut out for the adjuster to sit down in. What would you call that? A counter bore. That's what you'd call it. Make sure you got that turned right. Now I got to back that Allen screw off and then get our adjuster lock nut on there. And I got to get that. Let's see, the exhaust is going down. So I got to get a big socket and all that to turn this motor over. Let me do that real quick. Like, it's such a lovely day. I figured I'd just break down around here and work on my truck out in the heat. Yeah, it's wonderful. All right, here we go. Let's turn her over, full compression and all. All right, intake going down. Come on, man. Intake coming up. All right, I'm gonna say that's good right there. Let me get her adjusted. I gotta get up in here. Son of a gun, the things I do for y'all. Oh man, I'm getting too old for this is what it is. Oh yeah. All right, I gotta go approximately a half a turn. Right there. I gotta get down from here. Oh yeah! Whew. Oh, let me get over here and lock her down. Oh yeah! Well, I got it changed, got it adjusted, and got it locked down. Let me put it back together and we'll head down the road till something else breaks, I guess. It's been a great trip today so far. Yep, it's been wonderful. Been 50 or 60 miles in about 6 hours. Well, 60 miles in 6 hours is 10 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure I can walk that fast. I literally could have walked right where I am in the same amount of time that I have driven. Everything's back together, just fired it up. Ain't no clackety-clack noises, so I reckon we're good for another 15-20 miles anyway. Here's my suggestion, fellers. If you're going to run a 600 lift cam and turn it at 3,000 RPM, go with 7/16 studs, and then don't turn it at 3,000 RPM, get you an overdrive transmission. Yep, that'd be your best bet. There's a McDonald's, Hardee's, Subway, KFC, I don't know what else down here. I'm gonna go down here, go inside to eat because I'm about to burn up. Let me cool off, let the truck cool off, and then I'll hit the road again. I don't know, I may have to drive all night, fellas, but I gotta get home. We'll stop at Bojangles to give me something to eat and come out, and it looked kind of dark, and well, I look behind me and here comes a storm. Yeah. I do have windshield wipers, but the plastic piece is gone. Don't know where it went. Nope, these were brand new. And the wipers, they work maybe 3 seconds and it cut off. They overheating. And they'll come back on, wipe 3 seconds and they go off. So that's good, yeah. On the bright side, at least it's cooled off and maybe the truck won't run hot anymore. Let me see if I can find Walmart or something and get me one new blade at least. Well, I got me some intermittent wipers on the old demon-possessed truck. Or maybe I don't. They might have just quit on me. There they go. I'll get 1 or 2 wipes and then they quit. They'll start back here in a few seconds. What in the world is going on with my life right now? George, it's raining now. A little bit. I got some Rain-X stuff somewhere, but I ain't about to get out and get it up. Nope. I'll either have to drive with this like it is or pull over and let it pass. Let me see if I can look at the radar real quick. See how long this is going to last. drill. It's gonna last a little while. This is the first time I drove this truck in the rain too. Well, my windshield's leaking, so that's good. What else can happen on this trip? We're coming through the big town of Asheboro, North Carolina. These are some really rough roads, and in spots, you got some pretty good grooves. And those grooves are full of wooders. And the old Ford does not like that, and he just quit on me, so that's awesome. Yeah. Wonderful trip, by the way, I'm having. I give up, man, I give up. I think I'm gonna call an Uber to get me home and then sell this truck somewhere in Asheboro. Anyway, as I was saying, these roads are extremely rough, and at times they are pretty grooved, whatever you want to call it, dipped out, valleyed, and that fills with wooders. And the old Ford does not like that. No, sir, he likes the hydroplane. He likes to try to kill me, along with breaking down every 30 miles. So yeah, otherwise it's been a great trip. How are y'all doing? I believe I'm coming through Wilkesboro, and it has stopped at every red light and every stop sign so far. Let's see if it'll stop at this one too. Well, it might stay. Nope, it quit on me. It's hit the starter. And it's idling up at about 1,500 RPM too. Ain't got a clue for a brand new carb. How can it just all of a sudden go haywire? Don't know. Ain't got a clue. Well, I'm back in Boone, North Carolina, and if you will recall, that's where I broke the first rocker arm stud. And Mr. Terry Wolf is the man that came to the rescue that day. And well, he came to the rescue again today also. So I think we'll make him the MVP of this video too. Yeah. Also, I have been at this 11 hours today. I went a whopping 260 miles. Yeah, it's been a day, let me tell you. I have turned off avoid highways on Google Maps. I think it's going to take me to Interstate 81, which will go down to 40, which will go to Nashville. It's late. It's, I don't know, 10 or 11 o'clock. But I figure the interstates won't be that busy. We'll get in the right-hand lane. I'm going to do about 55 or 60, have my flashers on so I don't get run over because I'm going so slow. And we'll keep on trucking until I just get so tired to keep driving more. Anyways, I'll see y'all when I stop again. I don't know where I'm at. I just, come through Boone. And then it started to rain. There's wind whipping pretty good, so I'm assuming a storm's coming. But I can't see nothing, fellas. Every time the windshield wiper comes across the windshield, it's just a haze. Especially if there's a car coming, man, I can't hardly see the road. I'm just having to watch the white line and the reflectors and hope and pray I keep it between the ditches. Well, as you can see, we're idled up at about 1,500. We've also developed a rattle. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it'll pick it up or not. I need to pop the hood, see what we got going on. That actually may be the exhaust in the back. It is. I don't know why it's rattling, but let's keep on trucking. I see it's done dipped down to 500. It just brand new carb, fellas. Brand new carb, and this is what it's doing. Anyways, let's keep on trucking. Once again, I have no clue where I'm at. I can barely see the road. The yellow line and white line, well, they're non-existent. If it wasn't for the reflectors, then I'd probably already crashed. Yeah. There's crap all over the road here. I don't know what that is. Unless a storm come through and blew a bunch of stuff out of the trees. But this is just, it's miserable, fellas. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster ride. Yeah, we'll call it the demon ride because we're in the demon-possessed truck. Anyway, I'm blown away by this trip. I really am. Well, that was exciting. Just right off the road back there due to, one, not being able to see the road, and two, These new cars, their headlights are so bright that you can't see when they're coming at you. Anyway, I smelled something right after I run off the road. It sort of smells like rubber where the tire might have gotten to the fender well. If I can find somewhere to pull over, I'll get out and look and see what kind of damage we did, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to pull over. I've never seen a road like this. It's insane. Well, I finally found a place to pull over. I'm just looking to see if I did any damage. I don't see none. Tire looks good, so maybe we'll be all right. But it was a horrendous ditch that I went off in. Yeah, I don't see no damage under there. Let me get back in this truck and maybe I can keep it on the road and get back home. I know y'all probably can't see it, but this road is just back and forth, back and forth. And you meet a car, and I just have to almost stop because I can't see the road. I ain't doing like 20 miles an hour anyway. There's a guardrail with a big drop off on my left and literal cliff that the road been cut through on the right. I just got on 26 West. It's going to take me to 81, and 81 will take me to 40. Then of course 40 to 24 at home. I got my flashers on, as you can see, and I'm going to try to do 55 or 60. This has got to be better than what I've been doing for the last 12 hours, man. Golly bee. Well, I made it to Sevierville, Tennessee. It's, I think, 3 o'clock in the morning. I have been in that truck for 15 hours, yeah. I got 250 more miles to go. I'm just not much past halfway. I'm tired, fellas. Can't hold my eyes open. This hotel is questionable, but it's somewhere to sleep, yeah. Like I said, I got 250 more miles to go. If I go the interstate, 3.5, 4 hours, maybe a little longer. If I go highways, probably 5 to 6. I'm gonna get on the interstate tomorrow, just see how it goes. If it's okay, we'll keep on trucking. But, and again, it all depends on that stupid truck. It did pretty good. Once I got on the interstate and all, did pretty good. But I would like to find a place to stop tomorrow, like we did, the Burgess Falls. I'm gonna look on the interwebs here in a little bit. If I can find something and it's not supposed to rain, that's what we'll do. Anyways, I'm very tired, can barely hold my eyes open. I'm going to sleep. See y'all tomorrow. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. It's the next day, in case you can't tell. And I slept like a rock last night. Yesterday was mentally exhausting. This truck is mentally exhausting. It really is. I have decided not to go to the interstate for my safety. I don't want to get run over. You should see the traffic that's here, and I imagine half of that's getting on the interstate going home, so we're going to back roads. Google Maps says 5 hours and 46 minutes. We'll add a couple hours to that, and I might get home then. If I see a falls sign or something like that on the way home, we'll pull off and go to it or whatever, but I think I'm just going to drive straight through. I got to get home. Anyways, I'll see y'all in a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see that in the background, but that is a terrible, terrible storm coming up. I may have to pull over for it because these windshield wipers, they ain't all that great, But I'm going slow enough because we got, I don't know, 3 or 4 campers and motorhomes in front of us doing about minus 25 miles an hour, if that's possible. I forgot about my muffler rattle. It's getting on my nerves really bad. Alternator fan, I don't know what I told y'all about that. The alternator fan is rubbing the housing. Sound like Tweety Bird tweeting at me, about to drive me nuts too. I'll be so glad when I get home. And here's the rain. It's coming to flood, ain't kidding. I mean, it really is a good thing we're stuck behind them campers, because I ain't doing but maybe 20, 25 miles an hour. This truck hydroplanes really, really bad. Yeah. If I don't drive through this pretty soon, I may just have to pull over. Thankfully, I'm going right. I don't know if that's a good decision, but that's where Google's sending me. I'm getting away from them dead lane campers is all I can tell you. that squall? Yeah, that's my brakes. I guess that's the next new part to fail. It started it on the way out here. It's more than just a lope from warped rotors. It's an actual shake and shudder, shakes the whole truck. And it started that squalling last night. I don't know, fellas. It's just another new part. Breaking, tearing up, failing, whatever you want to call it. I bet, what do you do about it? If you buy the same part, it's probably going to do the same thing 6 months from now. So, yep. Fellers, I needed a break from this thing right here. Telling you that muffler rattle, golly. Yep, they get to a man pretty quick. Anyways, this was right on the roadway, so I thought, well, let's just stop and see it. It's Middle Fork Falls, Little Emery River. I think it's in Oliver Springs. And, well, that's a pretty good drop-off right there. And I'm not sure I want to go down there. Oh, that is pretty though. Let's get over here at the top of it, see what it looks like. I got a small one right up here at this bridge. I would get down there and go closer to it, but I don't think I can get back up. No, sir, not my fat old self. Sure, there's a lot of pretty places in this state, though. Yes, sir. Let's see, there's a trail up here. Let's see if I can get on down there. If I think I can get back up pretty easily, then we'll go down there, but y'all know my knees, how they are. I may go scooting on my butt. This is pretty steep, and there's some rocks, and it has just rained. So this could be very dangerous for me. Well, we're at the bottom of it. I may have to call a rescue helicopter to get me out, but I'm down here. Man, this is just, it's gorgeous. It really is. I don't know if we can walk on down that way or not. Let's go see. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. Oh, I'll fix to bust my butt if I don't watch it. Thank you, Mr. Tree. Oh yeah, we got trails all along this creek right here. Let's take a little walk down through here and see what we got. Well, I think we're at the end of the trail. There's like bluff or drop off there, and it goes on around the bend. I wanted to see what was around there, but well, I'm not swimming, and I ain't a billy goat. This is gorgeous, though. Well, let me head back to the truck. I might find another one to stop at. There's several of these little things along the way. I gotta stop and get something to eat, though. I ain't ate nothing today, except for one little Milky Way bar. Ooh, look at here. Leaves of 3, let it be. Anyway, let me get back up to the truck. We'll keep on trucking. Well, I decided to make another stop at Jack Rock Falls in, I don't know, Tennessee. I don't really know where I'm at. No, sir. I do hear rushing water this way, so let's walk down here and see if there's a pathway to it. We may have to go back up the other way. I don't know, because I've never been here. Oh yeah, we got steps right here, but before we go down there, let's go across that bridge. Get us a shot of that. Tis quite beautiful, if I must say so myself. Look at all them little rapids going down through there. It's a pretty good ways down. Sure is. Let's have a look-see on this side of it. Sure would hate to fall in that. Let's go back to the steps and go down. Get a little closer look. Yay, my favorite thing. A lot of steps. Well, it's about as far as we can go. Let's see if we can't walk that way a little bit. Get out here on this big rock if I don't break my ankles. Oh yeah. Oh crap, I'm falling. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a trail goes on down there. Let's see how far we can go. Might have a campfire here. I'm not hiking up there, but that is pretty. That is one big rock right there. Let's get on top of it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna walk just a little ways more, and then we're gonna have to get back to the truck. Ooh. Ooh. I think this is the end of the trail for me. These rocks got moss all over them. I'm too far away from home to be falling down and breaking a leg or something, so I'm gonna head back to the truck. Wait a minute. I was just looking at this sign here. Lily Bluff Overlook Trail, 0.3 miles one way. Difficulty easy, I like that. If this is the view, we gotta find that. Let me look at this little map here and maybe I'll figure out how to get there. You might get to it right here. We're having to cross the bridge. Let's see what this sign says right here. Oh yeah, Bridge Trail, Lily Bluff Overlook and Lily Bluff Parking. Well, I guess we're going on a hike. 0.3 miles, that ain't that far. I think that giant rock right there is where I'm headed. Man, that's a tall climb. It goes straight up from here. I think I hear a small falls right over here. Let's go check it out. Oh crap. There's a fork in the road. Let's go over here. I feel like I'm walking through the jungle here. It's pretty neat though. Oh yeah, here it is right here. I started way over yonder and then across the creek right here. I am on a ginormous boulder right in the middle of this creek. There's a small waterfall right down here. I'll show you that right now. It's just, man, I believe I found heaven on earth. This may be just as good as Burgess Falls. The falls aren't as big, but the surroundings, wow, it's amazing. It sure is. What are these little fellers here called? That is just beautiful, man. Huh. If any of y'all know, let me know in the comments. That's pretty. I'm going to attempt to make it up there to the, what was it, Lily Bluff Lookout I'm gonna have to turn the camera off, fellas, because I think it gets a little rough. I'll meet you at the top. I had to stop and take a break, fellas. The old asthma, she's whooping on me today. I think this big old tall rock is the lookout. It's, I don't know, 300 or 400 foot tall. I stopped in this little cave looking area here. I wonder if any cowboys or Indians ever took shelter here. Anyways, I think the path is this way. Let's see if I can make it. This time I'm happy about steps, because yeah, without them it would be quite difficult. This may not be as rough as I think, but these steps are still gonna wear me out. Yay, more steps. I'm about wore out, fellas. Goodness gracious alive. I think we're getting close though. We might have made it. Here's a little bridge right here to go across. Didn't that sign say 0.3 miles? Maybe as the crow flies, but not walking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've walked about 16 miles. Whew. Wore out, fellas, but let's go see if it was worth it. Well, there's a fork in the road. Let's go left. There's somebody over yonder. Holy crap, Oli. Y'all need to be here to see this. Goodness gracious alive. I'm a little scared of heights, but yeah, I got to come out here and see this. There's the old Ford right down yonder. It's still there. Ain't nobody stole it, so that's good. Let's go look out over there real quick. Wonder what the name of that tree is that can grow right out of the middle of a rock. That's pretty wild. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the video does not do it justice, fellas. Y'all need to get out here and see this. I got up this morning. I wasn't even planning on stopping. I was just going to go straight home because this trip has just been a disaster. I thought, no, you know what, the old truck's doing pretty good. Find you a couple places to stop and let's just smell the roses, if you will. I'm glad I did, fellas. This has been extremely refreshing, especially after a day like yesterday. Oh yeah. Let's get back to the truck. I got to get home. I just asked a couple people back there on the lookout if there was an easy way up here. And they said, yeah,
we just walked straight to it. I just spent, I don't know how long walking through the trails. Man, that was rough, but it was worth it because some of that stuff, it's absolutely beautiful. Very glad I got to see it. Well, I decided to stop here in Cookeville, Tennessee. It's, I don't know, 3:30. I ain't ate all day. I stopped here at the Booger King, got me a couple of hamburgers. I think we got 110 miles to go, about 2.5 hours. We're almost there, fellas. I'm so excited. I want to get over. Cookeville's about 20 miles behind me. And I've come through some pretty hilly and curvy areas here. And the brakes they're getting a lot worse. And as I'm speaking to you, just broke another rocker stud. Yep. Like I said, I can't get somewhere, get pulled over. I've never in my life experienced anything like this. Well, it's hard to tell between the alternator making a noise, the muffler rattling. But yeah, hear that clanking? Yep, it's over here this time. Well, there's a rocker, there's a lock nut, there's a broken stud. Yay! Yay me, go me. At least I've done this a time or two. I'm getting pretty good at it, especially on the side of the road. But the scenery's nice. Yep. Let me hurry up and get this changed, fellas. I want to get home. Fellas, I'm getting too good at that. That didn't take maybe 15 minutes. I don't hear no rattling. All I hear is the dad blame alternator fan hitting the housing. Let's shut the hood to get home. I got 90 miles to go. 0 stars. Worst trip ever. Do not recommend. No, sir. I tell you what, fellas, I've never in my life experienced anything like this vehicle right here. Yeah, I can't figure it out. I know I talk bad about it because it is a Ford, but the big three, especially back in the day, they're all basically the same, designed the same way. I don't know, can't figure it out. I use the same parts on this one that I do on everything else I build. Why this one goes through them like nobody's business, I can't tell you. I'll tell you what. Let's go over here to the board. Let me erase it, and I just want to make a list of the parts this thing's been through just in the last month. Never mind the last 6 months. Let's do that. How fitting that demon-possessed truck was already up here. Only one of y'all caught that whenever the last time we worked on this pile of garbage. But anyway, let's just start. What was it, a week or so before I left on this trip? We went through one fuel pump, replaced it, and that one lasted a day maybe, and put another fuel pump on it. Then on the way out there, we lost a rocker stud. What else? There was something else before I got there, wasn't it? Anyway, once I got there, I had to put a carb on it. That turned out to be a pile of garbage. On the way home, we lost another fuel pump, replaced it, and that one there was leaking. So that's 4 fuel pumps in 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, great, wonderful parts. Then after that, we lost another rocker stud. Then the brakes started acting up. Probably gonna have to replace those rotors. What else? We lost another rocker stud. Yep. And I thought I had counted 11. Let me think a minute. I'm sure I'm missing something. Oh, the water pump belt stretching, not once but twice. The one that I put on it on the way home, it's stretched also. Yep. The reason I got another O'Reilly's brand belt, that's all they had where I was at. I was afraid to keep on going without at least some kind of spare. So I bought that and put it on. Yep, it stretched within, what, I don't know, 300 miles, 500 miles, something like that. There's something else I'm forgetting because I counted 11 the other day, but that's pretty sad right there. You have that many parts go bad in such a short time. It's sad is what it is. Now, the thing about the carb issue, I got some theories. Well, if you've seen the 58 Cadillac video, the one that I sort of brought back to life, you will recall the 2 fellers from Michigan that helped me, push it around, get it on the lift. Well, one of the fellers is an old school hot rodder, and me and him got to discussing this truck. Well, matter of fact, I took him for a ride in it, and he liked it. And I'm telling you, fellers, the old truck, it'll run. Anyway, we got talking about the carb issue, and he got talking about the power valve, and it just all of a sudden hit my brain. Power valves have different, you can have different power valves according to the vacuum that the motor pulls at idle, roughly anyway. Well, this thing here with this big old cam, it ain't gonna have a whole lot of vacuum at idle, and I may have too high vacuum power valve. The power valve's opening while it's idling, dumping fuel in it and making it run rich. Could be an issue. Then he got to tell me that he removed his power valve, and I knew you could do that too. You can get a little block off that you screw in there, and then you have to up your jet sizes due to not having a power valve. That very well could be what's going on with it, Holly, and we may experiment with that on down the road. Not right now because I've had enough of this. And then 2, I think I've already told y'all, the rocker stud's breaking. My geometry's right. I checked it when I built the motor. The only thing I can think of is, like I said, you got a 600 lift cam running 3,000 RPM for hours at a time, and those studs just ain't big enough. You can either go with bigger studs, you can put a stud girdle on it, or you can go to shaft mount rockers. Those are expensive options. Well, the 7/16 ain't, except I'd have to buy new rocker arms for 7/16 studs. It's some stuff to look at. I don't know what we're going to do about all that. I do know Mr. Terry Wolf from Boone, North Carolina, is saved the day twice. Coming home, we're going to make him the MVP of this video also, sure enough. Muffler. That was number 11. There's 10 on the board. Muffler's number 11. I'm pretty sure the exhaust rattling is the muffler, the baffle coming loose inside. We might raise it up sometime, and you can either hit it with a hammer there where it's broke if you can figure it out, or you might can drill a hole there where the baffle broke loose and tack it back. We'll just have to see. And then also, I forgot about the alternator. So that makes 12 things that have broke on this truck in less than a month. New parts now. Brand new parts. Yep. That alternator, between it squeaking at me, the fan hitting the housing, and the muffler rattling for several hundred miles, that's enough driving man insane. It really is. What we're going to do with this truck right now, we're going to park her outside and leave it for a while because, yeah, I'm over it for a little while, and then we'll get to working on it here in a little bit. I wanted to say this too. Whilst I was out there in North Carolina, I met 4 of my subscribers. Let me see if I can get the names right because I'm terrible with names. Robert was the first one. I think he just sort of did a drive-by through the parking lot. I went out there and talked to him for a few minutes. Aaron drove about 2 hours to come see me, and he brought me a bag of stuff. Hose clamps, crimp on, battery cable ends, and a lock for my gooseneck, or whatever that, yeah, gooseneck. And Billy, who worked right behind the car lot, he came, visited for a few minutes, and then, was it Jeremy on the motorcycle at O'Reilly's? It was wonderful meeting all of y'all. I wish I could have met more, but 4, that's not bad. What is next? Well, like I said, we're going to park this little fella out here somewhere and leave him for at least a month because Power Tour's coming up. I got a month to get the vehicle ready. I know what I'm taking. It needs some work. No, I'm not telling you what it is. You have to wait till next week, so be looking for that. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't mind, hit that like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. And until next time, go do something. Blur, blur.